GG everybody, Z Garcia here. Welcome back to our best of the month, where we tell you the best games we played this month and why we liked them so much. So here we go, let's kick it off right away. My favorite new game this month is World's Fair 1893, and in this one, you are quite simply collecting cards, hoping to be able to trade those cards for victory points if you control the specific areas around the board. And what I really like about it is that it feels like a classic Euro game. It's got that clean, very straightforward design philosophy that used to be a lot more prevalent, I feel, a few years ago in Euro-style games. And it was a very pleasant, very quick playing, very cleanly designed game, and it just reminded me a little bit of the good old days of Euro games. So that's why World's Fair 1893 is my favorite game of the month. Let's take a look at everybody else's.
Hey folks, welcome back to another Best of the Month. This month is not a new game for me. Well, it's a new game for me, it's just not a new game. My Best of the Month for the month of March was the Battle of Five Armies, because I'd never played the game before. Tom was a real stinker and didn't let me play his copy of it. I had a friend come down from Florida State University, a good friend of mine for a long time, and we played it together, and boy did I have a great time with it. I like it better than War of the Ring, because you don't have to wait to go to war. You're already at war, so it's just you hit the ground running, and it's all of that in a bag of chips. If you like the Tolkien universe, you really, really, really need to try out the Battle of Five Armies. See you on the flip side, folks.
My pick this month is Rum Bones. Yes, this game has finally made it to my table, and it's a blast. Rum Bones is brought to you by Cool Mini or Not, a miniatures-based game for 2 to 6 players, ages 14 and up, and playtime is around 60 minutes. The age of piracy is at hand. Davy Jones is dead, his treasure scattered to the 7 seas, and whoever can seize it all will claim the forbidden power of Davy Jones' locker itself. Except no quarter, for there's none to give. Rum Bones is a miniatures board game where you control fantastic pirate crews and heroes engaged in fierce battle. The game pits 2 pirate factions against each other, with their ships locked in combat. The crew and heroes attempt to board the enemy ship to disable it. But beware, too much combat and bloodshed will draw the attention of the Kraken. Once again, the production quality from Cool Mini or Not is top notch. I love the theme, components, and artwork on this one. Not just a game of pure carnage, there are some interesting choices here. And I do love a game with lots of dice rolling. So if you are in the mood for some pirate goodness, give this one a look.
Hello my friends, it's the Game Boy Geek here. I had 3 games this month that I absolutely loved that could have won in any other month. But this month, I am going to pick Zeny Penguins. This is the latest it's co-designed by my favorite designer, Bruno Cathala. It's 2 to 5 players, and man, this is a drafting game with a really interesting scoring mechanism, and not a drafting game that you're used to. It has a twist on drafting, a twist on scoring. It's as light and easy as Sushi Go, but has so much more depth because of the scoring in this game. You can teach it to non-gamers very easy, but gamers are gonna love the depth and replayability of it. You can screw with your neighbors. Oh man, so different. What a great twist on drafting and scoring, where you're throwing cards out to try to get an area majority in certain zones or certain sort of locations, but yet you only score the points in your hand at the end. So it's this balance of, I need to win something, but I need to hold some back to really get the points. Mind-boggling, simple, but amazing. I think it might replace Sushi Go for everybody, and that's Zany Penguins.
You've heard rumors of some mystical treasures hidden within a cave, but you have to be quick because you're not the only one trying to find them. As you set off into the caves, you have to battle it out against other adventurers while watching out for monsters and traps hidden within this fun adventure of skullduggery. As you gather the treasures, you'll start to realize that each of them are cursed, making your search a little bit more difficult to collect 3 of them and get out first. The artwork in this tile-laying game is a very fun, cartoonish style that helps set the atmosphere as you race against your friends. If you get a chance, I highly suggest Skulldug by Ready Games.
Howdy gamers, Indiana John here, and my pick for Blender's Best of the Month for March is an expansion to a game that I really like, Russian Railroads, and that is the German Railroads expansion. And I don't have the box for it because a buddy of mine bought the expansion, but I'm probably going to pick it up myself because Russian Railroads already is one of my very favorite worker placement games, and one of the things that I love about it the most is that every decision that you make in the game is a good decision. There's so many games where you're picking between a bunch of bad options and trying to make the best of it. In Russian Railroads, all of the decisions are great, and you get lots of points, and you end up with these huge scores, and it's just a lot of fun. You feel like you're actually accomplishing something during the game. The German Railroads expansion adds on new player boards that give you new routes that you can take, and there's some variable pieces that you can add onto the board that will sort of customize your board that makes it a lot of fun. It also adds the resource of coal that you can use to use that in different ways, and gives you new spaces that you can put your workers on the board, and it's just an awful lot of fun. There's also a solo variant that comes with it. I didn't get a chance to play that yet, but if you like solo games, that might be good for you. But if you already like Russian Railroads, then you'll definitely love German Railroads. And if you've never tried Russian Railroads, then I highly recommend that you check this one out because it is fantastic. So that's my pick for March, Russian Railroads, German Railroads.
Hello, friends of the Blend. This week, my game of the month is Pandemic Legacy. Pandemic Legacy has all the puzzly, awesome aspects of Pandemic, but then brings in the legacy components where you're opening packages and your game is carrying on from game to game. We played all the way up into June this month, and it's super crazy, super exciting. I'm just excited to see what more comes out. And Pandemic Legacy is in the top of all the charts and everything right now. So I'm super excited to finish out that game and try to figure out what the world we can do to save the world. So make sure to check out our best of the month, Pandemic Legacy.
So my game of the month is The Unusual Suspects. I got to play this for the first time at Gamma, and it is an incredible game. It's about, there's a bunch of suspects out there, and you have to profile them to see if they would or wouldn't do something. So let me give you a few examples to show you how the game plays. Look at this guy. When you see this guy, would you say it's someone who knows how to paint minis or doesn't know how to paint minis? I know most of you are saying that he might look like he can paint minis, but I say doesn't know how to paint minis very well. Look at this guy. This guy, is it someone who looks like he knows how to teach rules or someone who doesn't know how to teach rules? Now I know again you guys are saying that it's someone who can teach rules, but I don't think he teaches rules very well. One last person is this guy. The guy who's running this video, Z's just awesome. Z's just awesome. Z's just awesome.
Hey, Tom Vassell here, and my game of the month was Millennium Blades. Millennium Blades is from level 99 and looks like, when I looked at the box cover, it looked like another one of their two-player fighting games like Pixel Tactics or BattleCon, but it's not. It's a game about collecting collectible card games. It's a meta game in that sense. In this game, you are buying booster packs of cards. You are selling cards, rare cards, to get money. So there's a whole economic game. There's actually a CCG little game in it itself. I don't know if it'd be enough to sustain the game by itself, but it kind of gives a focal point. This is why you're collecting cards. This is why you're doing what you're doing. But it has that economic thing layered on top of it. I like it. It's cool. It's meta. It's a lot of fun. And there's a lot of variety. Of course, it's level 99. That's obvious. So my best game of the month, Millennium Blades.
Hello, folks. Our game of the month this month is, again, a unanimous decision. And that game is Through the Ages, a new story of civilization. Rebecca and I have always wanted to get a great Civilization game, but there was always mixed reviews with them, and we finally decided to try this one because there seemed to be a lot of people that really loved it, and I'm glad we did.
Yes, we've only played it 2-player so far, and that has been sufficient. We absolutely love it. We've played different variations. Our favorite is with the peaceful variant, where it's not as attacky and you don't focus in on that. You get a chance to kind of focus more on your civilization building individually, and absolutely love that.
Yeah, the thing I like about the game is that it really focuses in on the tech tree, which is what I really liked about the Civ games, is that you advance your civilization, you upgrade your different technologies, and that really is the heart of this game, and I really love it. Through the Ages.
And that is everybody's choices for the best game of the month. Thanks everybody for joining us. We will see you again in 1 month, hopefully. We'll be telling you about the best games we played next month. See you.